I just wanted to do a quick overview of Amazon Flex. I've been doing it for about a month now. I think I've done like 11 or 12 deliveries. So far, it's been pretty good. I decided to do it just to have something to do in my spare time, and to get a little bit of extra money, whether that's to, try to get a house or, towards that $60,000 Cybertruck I mentioned in a previous video, or a Model Y, or whatever I decide to get next. Just putting a little bit extra away here and there. Um, Again, I've only done it for a month, and so far it's been pretty good. I'm only doing the 1 hour shifts right now because they're close and they're tip eligible, and almost every one of them I've had tips on. The other day I did try an hour and a half shift, and yeah, it was like 100 miles. It was only three packages. Like, the amount of packages weren't good because, like, I'm just trying to do this as like low stress, extra income, have something fun to do. Maybe not fun, but just have something to do after my 9 to 5 and on the weekends, instead of just sitting around doing nothing or making videos. Um, but yeah, it took me, like, I'm in the Metro Detroit area, and it took me out to like Brighton, Pickney. My last stop was a horse farm, so I don't think I'll be doing any more of the hour and a half shifts, or I might give one more try and see how bad that is, but it's definitely a lot more than the hour shifts. The hour shifts, like I said, they're tip eligible, and the furthest away I've had to drive is maybe 10 miles. Um, I'm normally done. Like, I just got done with one. It was 1:15 to 2:15. I'm home and everything, and it's 1:40 because the stop was a mile away from my apartment where I live. So it's cool. I have the Stride app, I think it's called, to help track mileage for when I do my taxes next year, because it is a 1099 gig, so there are no taxes. You're in charge of figuring out the taxes and all that to make sure the government gets their money. So make sure you set aside some of that money. So, I'm not actually making what it says I make, because I got to worry about taxes, but then I have deductibles because I get to, write off part of my phone, miles, and stuff. So the only negatives I've really had so far is that they have not had any of the Amazon Vest there, so I went out and I just bought my own blue one, just that way there's no issues when I'm delivering stuff. And the god awful scanners that they use to check in. So, like, when you get there, you say I'm parked. You do a facial scan on your phone. I don't know if it's a facial scan, but they take a picture and they verify, and then you got to go inside and scan your ID, and it never works on the first try for me. I always have to. There's like four of them they have there at my station. I always have to bounce between them, scan it 3 or 4 times, and then finally it'll pick up, be like, oh hey, there you go. Most of the time I have to wait for my packages a little bit, uh, but I have a Tesla, so I just sit in my car and watch YouTube or whatever. The last 4 or 5 deliveries I've had, they've had the packages ready to go almost immediately, which is definitely nicer. There has been a couple times where after 30 minutes they haven't had any packages for me. They told me to go home. There was one time where I had two scheduled stuff on a Friday, and I woke up that Friday morning and they're just like, "We don't need that anymore, but you're still gonna get paid." Now you lose out on tips because obviously you don't get any tips, but I still got the base pay, which is anywhere between, well, I don't know if it's base pay, but it's anywhere between 22.50 and $29 is what the 1 hour shifts are around me, depending on if it's peak, if it's last minute, if it's early. Um, I like it. Like I said, I'm only doing it like 4 or 5 shifts a week. Like, my goal is, if I get $100 a week, that's cool. It's $400 a month I can put in my bank account minus taxes or whatever. So maybe I'll do more, because then maybe I want to get 400 a month, excluding taxes. So I might pick up more here and there. And, if it's raining, like, I just don't go. If it's thunderstorming, I don't go. But if it's like today's a nice day out. Like, I went and got it, had my windows down, listening to music. Turn it down when I get to people's locations and all that. But um, yeah, it's pretty fun, I think, so far. Like I said, doing the shifts I'm doing, I would never, ever, ever, ever do a 3, 4, 5, 6 hour shift. I'm giving an hour and a half one a try. Like I said, the only negative about that is it took me far out, and I'm thinking of doing a 2 hour shift one try, because I figure, 1 hour thing, get one package. The 1.5 hour one, I got three packages. So maybe a 2 hour one's like maybe 5 to 6 packages. And again, just the issue is knowing how far away I'm going to go, which having the lease and all that, it impacts that because I have to worry about miles. I definitely understand why people say, get like a beater car type of thing, but then I wouldn't have self driving, or I'd have to get like an old Tesla that has self driving because, like I said, with having the Tesla, it's nice because I just put the address in and then I delete it afterwards. Put the address in, it self drive, and the reason why I'm striving for like the $400 a month is, like I said, I'm technically saving it, but also at the 400 a month, that's pretty much my car payment and the price of FSD because I got my Model 3 when the tax rebate thing was out, so I have a really good payment on this. Um, so I look at that as like, hey, I'm getting enough money to pay basically for the car and FSD, um, and that works. Even though I haven't had to pay for FSD yet, because I have referral credits, but those referral credits are almost up, so I will have to start paying for FSD. Um, yeah, so I don't know how many videos I'm going to do on Flex. I'll probably, like I said, I'm going to give an hour and a half one another chance. I'm going to give a 2 hour one a chance. Maybe I'll do videos on those, but I'm not going to do any videos where like I have you tag along, or I'm not going to get like a GoPro and wear it to my chest or anything. But I'll just, maybe at the end of the year, I'll do like a, hey, here's all that I did. Here's how much I made. Here's how much I deducted, and stuff like that. So I think it's a fun and cool thing. I prefer it over like I was gonna do like DoorDash or Instacart or whatever, and I never even tried those. Like I signed up, but I don't like food in my car, and you got to hand it to customers. You got to worry about drinks and stuff, and then like with Instacart, you got to go shopping, put the stuff away, take it there, and I like this because one, it's Amazon. Whether or not how you feel about Bezos or whatever, that's your thing, but it's Amazon, so it's a big company. Uh, they do all the packaging, all that. I just roll up, park my car, scan my badge, grab the item, put it in, drive, drop it off. And another reason why I wanted to do this is because I have an apartment and I have specific instructions on where I want stuff to go. Because I have my own exterior door, but there's also a main door for my apartment. I always put in the notes like, please put it at my door. Do not use the hallway door because I have the hallway door blocked basically. And so I've always wanted to see what the Amazon drivers and Flex people are seeing in the app to know whether or not I'm doing bad notes, they're just not reading, whatever. I have a feeling it's they're not reading because I can pull it up and like they show a picture of the last delivery stop. They give you hints, they tell you where you should park, and all that. Like the app is good. Like so, the fact that people aren't putting the packages where I request them, I 100% believe it's on them. Um, yeah, so maybe there'll be other videos, maybe there won't be, but I just Flex to me is fun in 2026. I don't have anything to compare it to. I've watched other videos. I did research on this, and technically I signed up like a year ago, back when I was dealing with having two cars and I had the litigation with my truck and everything. So like that's why I originally signed up for this. So it was a long time ago that I signed up, and it wasn't until a month ago that they're like, "Hey, welcome aboard." So it took a good long time. That would have helped offset the money I was throwing away each month on that truck that I did not feel safe driving. Because it was funny when I first signed up, the truck is what was in there. So I had to change it to the Tesla because I didn't want to get there and then be like, oh, he's got a truck, give him a microwave, which I could probably fit a microwave in my Model 3, but I made sure to update it to say I have a Model 3. But yeah, so I mean that's I signed up. I don't remember when I signed up. It was a while ago that I still had the truck. I don't have the truck anymore. I'm only exclusively with the Tesla now. So it took a while to get on, and I enjoy it, and I like that you have the freedom. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. If it's raining that day, as long as you cancel 45 minutes beforehand, you cancel, no penalty. You just lose the money. Um, so like the other day, it was raining all day. I didn't feel like doing the stuff in the rain, so I just canceled my shifts. But then that hour and a half one came up for peaks. I think normally it's like $32 for an hour and a half one, and they offered me 40. So I'm like, I'll give it a try. And it was lightly raining by then, so I just put a hat on to keep my glasses clean, all that, and yeah. So it was. So far, it's fun. I recommend it. I keep telling my one buddy who's been trying to find like gig work to do. I'm like, hey, check this one out. Now he doesn't live close to a center like I do. Like I'm lucky. I'm 8 minutes away from the local center. It's like 2 miles down, 2 miles up, 3 miles up, I think. Um, so it's super simple for me. And doing the, like I said, doing the 1 hour blocks, um, it's right in the area, you know, and so like I said, I was my schedule day was 1:15 to 2:15. I was back home by 1:40, I think it was 1:30, something like that. I said it earlier in the video. I can't remember now, but 'cause I've been doing the video. But yeah, so I can't recommend Flex enough. Um, if you're just looking for something to do. Now, for a full time job, I don't know because I don't have to worry about it being my full time job. I'm just doing it to do it because I like driving and all that. But I don't know if it's sustainable as a full time gig. I've seen people do it, but a lot of people also do like multi apps where they'll have, you know, Grubhub, Instacart, DoorDash, Flex, Spark, all that. And I looked at Spark, but it doesn't work with my bank, so I'm just like I'm not opening up a Spark card or whatever. So I didn't do Spark because that one's similar to this. I think sometimes you have to shop though, and I just again, this is low stress. I get there, scan my face, scan my ID. The most stressful part is scanning the ID because that takes forever. And the fact that they haven't had the Amazon vest, so I had to buy my own blue vest. But um, you should check it out if you have a center by you. Do the 1 hour blocks. It, you know, it's decent money in my opinion, um, and it's fun for me. So like I said, I just put the address in and hit drive, self-driving, and listen to my music and enjoy. So stick around. Like I said, there might be more videos on this, might not be, but yeah, I would recommend it.